Welcome back to the weekend Amazon FBA product research, aka let's make you some money with your next big opportunity. It's going to be like you and I sit down and we're going to look at some product opportunities to find what it is that's going to cash flow the most. And if you remember from prior episodes, this being the third one, we're looking for something with a price point well over $25 so that it can sustain all of the costs that come along with selling on Amazon. The Amazon ads, the Amazon FBA warehouse fees, the shipping fees, the cost of goods. We need something with a heftier price point. We need something that doesn't have a lot of liability attached to the sale. So, in other words, it couldn't be something that's too dangerous, something that has consumables that could ever be put into question. We want something unassailable, works every single time. Because all it really takes is one, you know, and knock on wood, one really bad customer experience to sink the whole brand potentially. We do not want that. We need a product that does not fail, and you can engineer your success, reverse engineer it by launching a product that really has very few flaws and works quite well. But at the same time, it has to be non-competitive. We want to do a blue ocean type of strategy. We don't want to go into shark infested waters with with a bunch of incumbent products that have tens of thousands of reviews, all 5 stars. How are we going to climb that mountain exactly? Even if we had unlimited resources, do we want to fight that fight to get to that first page? We do not. Amazon is so big now that you can make money in these really small niches that no one's ever heard of. I spend over $15 million a year across hundreds of Amazon accounts, so I know exactly what works and what doesn't. I've seen thousands of products, and just over the last 7 years, this is all that I've done. This is all that I've seen. And so I know what's going to come out on top. And one category that I think for those watching is going to be extremely, extremely important in the 2020s going forward is industrial and scientific. Because if you sell these sort of niche industrial style products, you're not competing with everyone with a Jungle Scout account that had that good idea for that yoga block. You're just going to skip that crowd, and you're also going to have a really specific person to go after. And those people are more and more are buying online. Do you think people are buying business supplies online more now or less than they did 10 years ago? They're buying online more. So it's only going to increase. E-commerce is still a very small percentage of total retail sales, sitting at under 20% of total sales are made online still. There's a ton of room to grow. Let's talk about it. I love industrial supply and niching down again. We go to this material handling section. Niching down again, I have our first idea of the day, which is pulls and lifts. And you'll see right away we have what basically amounts to a small box of metal parts selling for $90. Great. If you were to sell, barn door sliders or something else for the home, something a little bit more consumer and non-industrial, non-business facing, my goodness, like would that be you'd have trouble, charging 80, $90 for it. But here, not a problem. Like it's a business, right? They're less emotionally attached to the purchase price and they more just like buy me something that works. I need it to work and I need it now. So I'm going to go on Amazon and buy it. Some more trolley stuff. Again, this sling is fantastic, but unfortunately, it's got that low price point that cannot sustain good margins over time. Same with these. So we're just going to cross those right off the list. Um, let's check out what this is here. Love it. Yeah, you have some different suction cups for glass. I understand that. Have you ever seen one of those trucks on the street, and that they have trucks that are specially designed to carry panes of glass because it is a pain to carry the glass, and you have to have all this other equipment, and you wouldn't think of this really unless you're in a occupation that requires it. Consumers aren't thinking about it, but my goodness, is this good? And this is an FBA seller. We can tell because it's shipped from Amazon, but the brand is this, and they're just doing this glass suction stuff over and over again. But look at these healthy price points, right? And they're building a cohesive brand. They've got Amazon's choice for this one here. Good number of views. Don't but again, these guys that we're competing against, dozens or hundreds of reviews, 34 reviews. Can we compete with that? Absolutely. Could we ever, in a reasonable amount of time and budget, be the number one vitamin C, pill on Amazon.com? No, those guys have tens of thousands of reviews at this point. This is a race that we can run and a race that we can win. All right. Um, and again, we want to look at stuff like their 3-star reviews to see what people were unhappy with, so that we can improve further on the product. Um, but yeah, I like this. I like this glass pulling. I like this. I like this stuff actually too. You also want to look at what is the aptitude or strength of the listings in the current niche. I mean, this looks like it's straight out of a factory, non-persuasive at all. Doesn't sell much. So you got the CAD drawings, right? What are we doing here, right? It's got the specs, and that's largely what business buyers will care about. But my goodness, they did not position these as well as they could have. They're probably also not using aggressive advertising. They're not, and I see here because we're on the storefront, they don't have a storefront. I how good is their sponsor brand video game, selling to these businesses? Probably not great, right? um, they didn't on June 1st they didn't strike out. Maybe it's because they couldn't, but a lot of the time. Yeah, okay, all right, so it looks like me. Yeah, like I wanted to see if someone was not paying attention at the wheel here. That's another sign of if the account is maybe more of an afterthought for the brand. But yeah, so look, all immediately as I go into good price, do you want me to show you something? We got to get out of this specific category. There's no vitamin C in this department. But like 17,000, this is an ad even. This isn't even the first organic result. 17,000 reviews, 3,900, 19. Are you really going to try and attack these guys right now at the moment? Probably not. Look at these review counts. 17,000, 4,000, 19,000. We go back here and the low price points. We go back here, 307, 51, 53. This is not even in, we wouldn't sell this anyways. 3. This is this is a 4,000 capacity hoist pulley on page one with 3 reviews. You can get 3 reviews and be on page one in this market. How good is this listing? It's making me angry. The, do you what what are we doing here, guys? Look at these. Look at the um you know just the short bullet points, the lack of any sort of photos. Listen, if you're gonna list on Amazon, list properly. There's a saying, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. So do it. I don't understand. Works well enough. There you go. Does that sound like a rave? Does it sound like someone who could be lured away to buy your product? Probably. I love this. These are drum lifter. My goodness, like what this is giving us everything. Hoisting and pulling today is giving us everything we could possibly ask for. It's fantastic. And in addition, you don't even need to be on Amazon, on the Amazon platform to make sales here. If you had you could literally cold email lift like moving companies and say, hey, I have this 2-person forklift. It's for sale on Amazon right now. Just thought I'd let you know about it. If anything, we'd love to establish a relationship with you guys so I can send you a sample if you guys love it. And, here's a coupon code for a few more. You have those B2B options as well for sales. Plus, you have all the Amazon traffic. This is going to be a great business. You could do something in moving supplies. Um, I wouldn't source something with magnets. I've done this before in the past, and there's just so many regulations. Customs doesn't like magnets coming from overseas, as you can imagine. They need a lot of packaging. But I ordered really strong neodymium magnets that it's just a funny story. Like you'd have 2 of them, and they were so strong that they would rush together and they would actually break each other. So don't do that. I mean, I've made every product sourcing mistake in the book, but um, hydraulic gear puller, love it. Right, just great. Just the gift that keeps on giving, this pulling and lifting category here. Um, the trolleys. I've got a little more for you. Yeah, since we started off so hot, um, it looks like a Chinese brand. Mm, This is in lighting, by the way. So we're here in industrial light towers. Just want to see what we got. The issue with this, and let's go to this because this seems to be, relatively popular. I love the price point, obviously, but you know, what you want is a high, if we could charge this, but it was the, fit in the palm of your hand, that's obviously great. What's like that aside from narcotics? Jewelry is like that. Certain types of jewelry, certain types of industrial equipment, as we just saw, you have these, not quite as small, obviously, but you have small pieces of metal created for a specific purpose, and you can charge $65 for it. But this, I mean, yes, we're getting 719 a pop, but yeah, I knew it, right? This is ships from Antenna Parts Outlet and sold by Antenna Parts Outlet. What does that mean? It means it's FBM, fulfilled by merchant, which means that these guys do not send their products into Amazon FBA to be fulfilled to the end customer, because they can't. This thing is freaking large in size, and it's not going to be easy to send into the warehouse, the Amazon warehouses. And even if you did, you would be charged a ton for storage, and it would not be good on your margins. So anybody with a product this large really has to do FBM by default. I think you'll find this too. And I'm not sure what's going on with the Illuminati symbol, but let's move on. I want to look at this a little bit more. Obstruction light. I'm always so skeptical of the products where they have no reviews. It really doesn't give me a whole lot. It's the same brand, I think. They're delivering all the hits. This is all the. This is anything you could ask, everything you could ask for, honestly. Okay, so that's the base plate, and you put up the lighting tower from here. I guess this is for like stage production and things like this. Yeah, I don't. You know, listen, you're in full control of what you sell, so don't sell. Don't sell this necessarily. But hey, if you could find, yeah, if you could find in your city or town, a parts outlet place that has equipment like this for sale, you could even set up sort of a drop shipping arrangement where you could say, I'm going to list your product on Amazon. Let me come in, I'll take 7 photos, I'll write the bullets, I'll list it, I'll run the ads. We'll split the proceeds 50-50, and you just ship it when we sell one, when and if you hold on to the inventory and do this. I've also experimented with this business model, and it works quite well. It's more of like a consignment distributor model, but it could be very interesting. I think if it could lend itself really well to if you had something going on with FBM, because you don't have to hold the inventory either. Who says you have to do that? A spill control box, obstruction light. Again, this a lot hinges on these things, so I'm a little hesitant to take on something that has so much responsibility and demands such high performance. And also, as complexity increases in the product, more can go wrong. If you're selling a metal box and its job is to be a hard metal box, it's probably not going to fail the task too often. But if you have lights that have to go on and off, or they have to stay on for a long time, or they have to always pull solar power or something, just more moving parts, more components can go wrong. Again, all it takes is one bad experience. One bad experience. This might be. We might have just found maybe the worst main photo on Amazon ever. I'm sorry, but like that's that's egregious. Yeah, that might be. Well, aside from stuff that blatantly breaks terms of service, like this is actually within terms of service to a certain extent. But my goodness, shout out to Larson Electronics, 75% positive feedback. A transformer, wow. Okay, well, um, moving on and out. Last thing, ironically, stuff for physical retail. On Amazon, people are buying stuff for their retail stores all the time. Menu covers is one that I think is really interesting, and that I've used as an example a few times. But retail's not going away. Again, as we said earlier, it's 80% of all the sales are still done in retail stores. So why not show the mom and pop stores a little bit of love by um, stocking their stores? And I think there's some carts and stuff, some sizing. And again, you'd want to see what people don't like about the current solutions by looking at their reviews and seeing what's up. Um, and again, huge stuff like this, slat wall. Unless, I mean, stuff like this can probably, if you can work out something with the manufacturer where the packaging is clever and it can be folded down. Oh, I don't want to cost them a click, but it where it could be folded down and be really small, and you could get that package to be pretty small. You could probably do FBA, but if it's a big, bulky um, thing, you probably can't. This one does FBA. I guess it's not that big. Oh yeah, it's like a little countertop thing. Okay, it's pretty cool. Let's check out Azar display stores. Perfect. This reminds me of episode 2. We looked at this for dental offices. Um, cool. We've got some acrylics. Again, great business. And you know what they're doing that I love here is that they're just taking a lot of shots on goal. 312 products. Something's going to work. It's not really up to us what the algorithm picks up for successful runs. We don't know. It's hard to make that call. So what we sort of have to do is take enough shots on goal in order to get one. And the ratio that I found is about 1 in 5 products are going to take off. They're going to be picked up by the algorithm. They're going to get famous. They're going to get keyword ranking, right? It's like Beyonce was in that girls group, I think Destiny's Child, and Beyonce broke out from the girls group and became more successful than the other ones. But at the time when Destiny's Child started, you might not know which of the talent was going to eclipse the others. No offense to the other members, but it was just it was maybe unclear at the time. Or Michael Jackson, the Jackson Five. Maybe that was obvious. I don't know. He was a pretty good singer, but you get my point. Certain of these things are going to do well, and others will not. And as our displays, I bet does not have strong predictions as to what's going to work. They just put a bunch of inventory online, and sometimes that's what you got to do. It's sort of how you brute force the algorithm into giving you what you want, which is sales and profit, by offering it enough stuff where it can say, yep, I like this, I like this. And just because it doesn't like something or doesn't like a product doesn't mean it's not going to get any sales. It'll get some, but it just, you know what I mean, it just won't be a star performer. And we're getting on time, so I will leave this there. I wrote your free book on exactly how to smash your Amazon profit goals for the year. I will drop it in the comment. It'll be the pinned comment on this video down below. So get your free copy. It took me months to write, and it has a bunch of insights like I shared with you here, but in a written format that I think you can really, really benefit from. A lot of sellers say that it's been the launch pad for their business, getting them from 6 to 7 figures, which is where it starts to get fun and it's where you really get to make the money. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.